What up? Sim in the spot. Cooling out and I am turned. I'm turned up. You know? I never really got into depth in this, in regards to this topic, but and I brushed on it, and a lot of people know how I feel about this particular topic, but I figure I'd just go ahead and talk about it now, because the way I look at it, and this comes from a buddy of mine who listens to a lot of my videos, and his father used to always say things, and I just kind of like brushed it off to the side. I understood what he was saying, but I never really looked at it in depth. And then as I got older, in order for me to like channel it in a positive way, I just used it as comic relief. So here's the comic relief to this shit tonight. And, I never really like brushed into specific detail. And also I want to thank the sister who made a comment on one of my previous videos. I made a video earlier this year about, it's actually titled, Why Do Independent Women Love the Losers? Part 1. And, she made a comment about that, and it just had me thinking. It made me think about, have I really, really focused on this particular topic the way it needs to be focused on? And, my buddy was just basically saying, man, your videos, man, you're telling the truth, but they're long-winded. So I'm going to try to keep this video, like, very, very on point, very funny, keep some humor in it, and I'll keep it short. So, I just never understood it. I'm sorry. I just never understood, just the ideology of some of these broke-ass, raggedy niggas out here, man. A couple people have actually brushed up on it as well. I found a couple people who actually made videos on it, but, when they made the videos, they weren't into detail, and that's what I try to do. I try to keep the shit on point. I try to keep the shit detailed for you guys, without using all of these major multiple syllables in my wordplay, and I tried not to be too intellectual, because I know a lot of motherfuckers will get like weary off, they'll kind of drift off into something else. So here it is, man. I don't get it, like I don't get why these motherfuckers act the way they act. Is it because of the factor of it's cool, it's swagnificent? This is the way to get the females, and if that is the case, then these niggas is doing a great job. But I'm just getting tired of these broke ass niggas, getting a lot of the women pregnant, and these women, they are single at the end of the day. They either turn up gay, or they have this nasty, bitter ass fucking attitude about themselves. And then next thing you know, it's like the next brother that comes along, they have to have all the fucking trimmings. It's like, I know a lot of these niggas, and maybe that's why I never got into detail about it, or maybe I have, maybe, because I don't go back and look at any of my videos. But I will tell you, the niggas that I know, and I've mentioned this in another video, like, when I go on the block, when I go to these fucking scatter sites, when I go to the hood, and I talk to the women, and I talk to the niggas out there, and I know some of these niggas who aren't on point, who don't have this shit together, they're just living for the day, and I talk in a very sarcastic way, and I speak over their head, and some of the women, they're like, and I tell you, some of these women are as young as like 17, 18 years old. They're like, wow, I just love the way you speak, and you talk bad about these guys, and they don't even realize that you're talking shit about them. And they're just sitting there like, yeah, man, yeah, you right. I do need to get my shit together, man. And I'm dissing them while I'm doing it. I get fucking sick. I'm mad at black, women, and I'm mad at black, I can't even call them men. But these Jody motherfuckers. You watch Baby Boy, you see a nigga like Jody, Tyrese's character, who basically lives at home with his mom, and he's trying to control the relationships of his baby mamas. He doesn't want his baby mamas to fuck around with other guys. He doesn't want, his baby mamas to have too much control over their own household. And then when his mom kicks him out, he goes and lives with his baby mama. He's telling his grandmother and he's telling his mom how he is taking care of the household, how he is paying the rent, how he is maintaining, that establishment. And he ain't doing shit. But then you got the women that's there, to keep him there, for what? For some hard dick, at the end of the day. And women don't want to take and agree with that shit. They do not want to admit to it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, how's your household doing? And then you give them a couple months, and then the next thing it's like, well, this motherfucker ain't doing shit. This nigga ain't paying the bills. But, that's not what the fuck you chose him for. And, some of these motherfuckers do be out here lying. Some of them are like, yeah, I'm going to make sure everything all right. Like, they get out of jail and like, yeah, I'm going to take care of my shit. Or when they see these women fucking around with another nigga who has like a strong quality about himself. He has major potential. He has his shit together, has a decent paying job. He's working hard, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, I don't really like niggas messing around with my kids. I don't like nobody talking to my kids. Baby, I still love you. And then the next thing you know, he's in the house. You give him like 2 months and shit. He's doing right, and then after that, he's fucked up again. And like next thing you know, like he's out there doing whatever he wants. I cannot stand these broke ass niggas in and out of fucking jail. In and out of jail. And I'm saying this because I know these niggas personally. These motherfuckers, they get these hoes pregnant, and then it's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, she gotta pay for the fucking abortion. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like, some of these niggas got kids by previous relationships. They got about 4 or 5 kids by other fucking relationships, and then they want to get with a woman who has no kids at all, blame it on the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, it's like, damn, you fuck around and you have a baby by this nigga, or a fetus by this baby, an embryo by this baby. By this fucking baby. Literally, a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to be a grown-ass man. And then he's like, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you the one with the job. You don't want to connect. You the one, you can make the money. Shit, you don't pay for the abortion, But yeah, he wants to fuck raw. And that's why I don't fuck with a lot of black women, man. When I fuck around with black women, it's just for some reason, the attitude is there. The previous relationship always stems bad negativity about themselves, about how they carry themselves, and I'm like, oh, it's just unfucking attractive. Damn, she looks good, but, you're dealing with poison at the end of the day. But back to these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are ignorant. Like, they feel like they deserve the utmost respect for what? For some street cred? And then when it comes down to it, we can get into that too. But I know a lot of these niggas, they buckle down when it comes down to, integration. Or when it comes down to, like, keeping it 100. Or keeping it real, as they say in the fucking streets. You know how many of these niggas is snitching? Like, these niggas go in and out of fucking jail. Like, they got... I know this one guy. I never wanted to make my stories personal. But I know this one guy. And hold up for a minute, because... my fucking dog just decided to come in, and she left the fucking door open and shit. And I can feel a draft in here. Hold up. You can at least close the fucking door and shit. Come on. Come on, get in. Alright. Sorry for that, man. I know a bum ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Got 3 beautiful daughters. His girlfriend got pregnant with, what could have been a boy. She was begging everybody for an abortion, She was going to take and find a way to get half of the money, and her grandmother was going to pay the other half. Meanwhile, the fucking boyfriend has been in and out of fucking jail, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm trying to find a job. And then previously, before he got locked up, he was working at, like, previous fast food restaurants and shit like that, cleaning. never ever even considered of starting a business of his own. Oh, man, I gotta find me some money so I can get into the hustle, so I can start hustling. Man, I wish I can hustle. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, even the hustler has a way, an idea. Like, look, man, I can't be broke like this. I'm tired of being broke. You know, I gotta hurry and get my shit together. Motherfucker been broke for fucking 2.5 years, living at home with his mom, so much to the point where his girlfriend is now a lesbian. All right, so I'm not even gonna get into depth into my shit, but I fucking hate these niggas, man. You know, like the type of niggas where, and I have another buddy who laughed at us when I said this shit because, you know, like I have a few buddies who have recordings, like little recording pieces, recording equipment inside of their house, and you know they do like home recording and shit like that. These niggas come over to the house, you know, and sometimes they may have the equipment inside of the living room or maybe inside of the den, you know, just a little microphone, a mixer, and you know, computer or something, and they're on the phone with their fucking baby mama or this bitch that they're trying to fuck or this bitch that they're fucking with. Hey, I'll call you back. I'm in the motherfucking studio. I'm in the studio. This is not a fucking studio. This is, you know, a living room. This is your homeboy's living room. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even with me, like I used to say that same shit. Like when I had a recording set up in my bedroom when I stayed in New Orleans and shit. You know what I'm saying? In one of my bedrooms. You know, hey, I'm in the fucking studio. Hey, I'll call you back, girl. I'm in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this is not a motherfucking studio. This is my bedroom. You know? This is not a recording studio. Like now, you know what I'm saying? You know, you see a lot of these guys, like they want to get into the rap game because they can't get a fucking job. You know, there's no opportunities for them. They don't even have a hustle game about themselves. When I tell you my hustle game is impeccable, it is fucking ridiculous. And that's why I know a lot of these niggas. Like I never get into detail about like how I carry myself as a hard-working black man in the corporate field, but when it comes down to like the street niggas and shit, I know a lot of niggas who out there who are making bread. Like a lot of niggas who got, you know, stacks and stacks and racks on top of racks and shit that I know, that I fuck with heavy, you know what I'm saying? And even with them, they make fun of me and shit because I got the fucking job, but they got the bottle feeders that are out there. You know, they got the ones who imitate the thugs, the real niggas who are out there making bread, you know, the real bosses and shit out here. And it's like, you know, they lie and they manipulate these women, have these women believe shit. The only thing they have is that masculine shit with them. Because the broke motherfucker I know who's been in and out of jail, yeah, he loves to play basketball, you know. Every time he turn around, he got a brand new pair of Jordans on and shit. Either his mom bought him or his old lady bought him and shit. You know? I mean, these niggas are fucking loose. Hey, nigga, you got something to swallow? Like, they don't even smoke weed no more. You got something to smoke? Nah, you got something to swallow? These niggas popping pills and shit now. You know what I'm saying? You know, riding around all day in a girlfriend's car trying to find the next fucking hit. You know? And I'm sick of it. Like, when I see him, I turn my fucking nose up. I be wanting to strangle these niggas, man. You know? With me, you know, a lot of the top end of you know, D-boys that out on the street, you know, we argue a lot. We get into a lot of debates. In fact, I've had a couple debates with some street niggas on my YouTube videos. You know, if you go back and you look at the educated lame versus the street nigga, like I got videos with motherfuckers that out here who piss on these peons that I'm speaking about. I mean, these motherfuckers don't even make $20 a week. You know what I'm saying? And they got like the niggas who I fuck with, these niggas is making like you know, a few racks, if more, you know what I'm saying? Definitely more every week. You know? And then, you know, like these broke niggas wonder why nobody don't want to serve them. Like, I've heard stories about some of these broke niggas. In fact, the broke nigga that I'm talking about who fucked around and had his baby mama to try to figure out how to get a fucking abortion, this nigga here, like the nigga who used to serve him and sell weed to him and shit, you know what I'm saying, try to get a nigga some weight to put on, the nigga called him back because he was shorted a gram. You know what I'm saying? You bought a QP of some fucking, like, some weed and shit. Nobody, I don't know how the fuck you got money to even buy the shit, but you fucking arguing bitch over a fucking gram. You know? And so my partner, you know what I'm saying, he was like, man, I don't even want to fuck with the nigga no more. I mean, damn, man, maybe the shit was off because, of the plastic bag or something like that, man, maybe because I didn't add the bag in the tier on the weight scale. So, I mean, I'm like, I'm not even fucking with the nigga no more. That nigga that damn cheap, he got a bitch over a fucking gram, you know? Like, damn, bro, I mean, all he had to do is tell me about it, and I would have fucking eventually got back at him. The nigga keep blowing up my phone about this shit because he's broke, man. I had to tell my partner, like, yo, the nigga is broke. Like, these niggas make fun of me and shit because I got the job and all of that, but the one thing I get the respect for from a lot of, like, the real ballers, the real niggas out there who I meet at these strip clubs and, who I run into just on the average and, either in Ohio and New Orleans, I mean, they see that, like, for one, I don't take no shit, and for two, like, I potentially have my shit together. And it's just like how my homeboy Sauce said, man. Same thing Sauce SWP said about how, you gotta make up for being too smart. Knowing all of this trivia shit, you gotta take and balance it out. You gotta know, how to conduct yourself in, an urban environment. You gotta have street smarts. You gotta have common sense, but a lot of motherfuckers think that since they know all of this trivia shit, since they have all the book smarts, it doesn't matter. I mean, I say street smarts, but like I say SWP, he says, hey, these niggas, they gotta work out, they gotta go in the gym and shit, which is absolutely true. Yeah, I think I said that, in another video, like, that is definitely true, and that's what I did. When I drop my nuts down on these niggas, I seriously drop my nuts down. I mean, I laugh at them. It's like, I was always, when I came up, a lot of these bottom-feeding ass niggas who just didn't have anything going on, living at home with their mom, living at home with their grandmother and shit. I mean, some of these guys were my buddies, and when I would go by their house, they would always tell their mom or their grandmother, yeah, he's not like the rest of them. He's cool, he's good. Yeah, he ain't like them. And then some of these niggas are no longer here. They're dead and gone, and, I'm the one there at the funeral and shit. The mom comes up to me, hey, would you speak? Would you stand up and say something? And I'm like, man, I just came to show my respects. I didn't really want to stay too long. I just wanted to just kind of like show my face and shit. But I ended up having to do, these long ass eulogies, what I'm saying, for partners who had passed away, but then during the time when they were living, yeah, man, you're right, man, I do need to get shit together, and never got this shit together, never, like, we're the only fucking race that have to live up to the street culture. We have to live up to the music, that we play and bumping our shit every day, boom, 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 and that's another thing that I hate. When you go by somebody's house, especially when you're in a nice and well-established neighborhood, cut your fucking music down. These niggas don't give a fuck. It's like when they come on, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's total ignorance. Like, I'm the type of nigga, man, when I'm going down the strip, when I'm riding and shit, and the speed limit is like 10, 20 miles an hour or some shit because you got motherfuckers standing out in the middle of the street, talking in somebody else's car, or you have one way going one way and another way going another way, but then you got two cars stopped because them motherfuckers want to stop in the middle of the fucking street and conversate. I honk my horn, I get out and I go off on these niggas, man. And I dare these motherfuckers to say something. Why? Because one, I have a lot of patience, but I just do not have patience for ignorance. I will fucking eliminate ignorance quick. And I mean, I'm serious. I'm like, man, y'all motherfuckers got cell phones. Why don't y'all go call each other on the phone? Why the fuck y'all gotta stand up here and hold up traffic? I get aggravated with these niggas. And then when you tell them something, they get a fucking attitude like you done did them something wrong. No, you're just telling them how to conduct themselves in, society. These niggas, I never see them in the workplace, though. That's one thing. I do not see any of these, like, bottom-feeding niggas in the corporate establishment. But what I do see is a lot of these ratchet bitches who they fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because all you hear is the niggas, their story about, them not having enough money to support the household, that these bitches are fucking, and I'm sorry for saying bitches, because you know what? you know, the young lady who made a comment on one of my videos, she said, you know, stop referring to them as bitches, refer to them as women. Okay, cool. Well, I'm getting tired of these fucking women, you know, complaining about men, and these are the niggas that they're choosing. You know what I'm saying? These niggas can go in and out, in and out, in and out of jail, in and out of jail, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know what it is. It has a lot to do with swag. It has a lot to do with, you know, the fake masculinity that they present to a lot of these women. And then it's also the women, too, who just believe that, you know, black men supposed to come with this certain type of package. You know, even subconsciously, they think that these fucking men, you know, they're supposed to be cool. They're supposed to have the new Jordans. They're supposed to always have a line, and, you know, they're always supposed to have fresh clothes on. You know, whether or not they have a car or not, it doesn't matter. The car doesn't have to be brand new. And a lot of times, all they have to do is have the Caprice with the big ass donks on them. And, you know, that's like the total fucking package. And then she provides the package, which is the PlayStation and, you know, money for the blunts. You know what I'm saying? But then that shit fades away. Then the next thing you know, she's complaining about this nigga's not paying the bills. He's not keeping up with the household. He has too many niggas over at the crib, you know, and he's possibly cheating. And, I mean, yeah, these motherfuckers are, you know, they're terrible. But, you know, like, I don't tolerate the shit. I just do not. I don't tolerate it. You know, a lot of people in the outskirts, a lot of older black men, when they see a lot of these murders that happen on TV or some of these bottom feeding ass niggas, they're like, it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. It's fucked up. Those niggas down there, they can't never get their fucking shit together. I fucking hate these Negroes. The reason why a lot of black men, you know, on the higher end, you know, a lot of black men who are productive, the reason why they don't like these men, it's not because they're not getting the baddest bitches out of the shit, you know, out the deal. They're not getting the baddest of the black women. You know, they're upset because it fucks up their group of people as a whole. You know, like, we would love to see some shit like black people, you know, coming up and, you know, even motherfuckers in the hood doing their thing, and, you know, we're able to work and operate with the niggas in the hood. Yeah, that would be the fucking ideal right there. You know, but you know, when you hear your own group of people, you know, on the decline, yeah, it makes a motherfucker out in the outskirts or, you know, in the white society feel some type of way. Because if there were changes, then the white people in these elite societies would not talk about black people as a whole a certain type of way. You know, I go to a lot of country club events and shit. You know, my brother and I, we were just having this conversation about how, you know, we go to, you know, the outskirts and, you know, all the country club events, and, you know, the Arabs and the white people that are out there. Sure, they listen to Designer. They listen to 2 Chainz. They listen to Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty and all of this shit. But when they're done, they get back to the fucking money. These niggas feel like they gotta live up to the fucking trend. You know what I'm saying? And that is the problem. You know, it's like, fuck education. You know, fuck educating yourself. And I mean, I used to take up for a lot of these niggas because I felt like, you know what, you know, it's bigger than what we can control, especially when it comes down to the media, you know, on both sides, the way that we are portrayed and, you know, what is available for us to accept. You know, when it comes down to like a lot of the music, the hip hop music that is out there, yeah, of course, music has definitely dumbing itself down. You know, because I do feel like a lot of black people were able to educate themselves through hip hop music. You know, you have a lot of rappers who, you know, speak it with meaning, and they have these metaphors, and you have somebody like Tupac, you know, who's teaching words like adversaries, and motherfuckers don't know what the word adversary is, but Tupac said it. Let's see what adversary mean. You know, it is definitely dumbing down. You know, you had more of a conscious thought when it came down to street niggas in the 90s than what you see now, you know, in modern days. You know, I mean, I've even heard the comment of one of my partners. He mentioned that, you know, back in the 90s, we listened to drug dealer music, and now we listen to drug user music, where everybody's talking about sipping lean and popping pills and, you know, taking Adderall and Molly and all this other crazy shit, Percocets. Okay, you know, and I'm just fed up. You got something to swallow? You know? These niggas want something for nothing. Like I've even seen like black establishments. These niggas will go in there and they want to hook up, but they will spend money with the Arabs and the Chinese, the Koreans, no problem at all. You know, but their thing is they want to hook up because we black. You know, but you don't go to the Arab with that. You spend your money there. Even when this motherfucker will not let you go and walk out the store over 5 cents. When you're short 5 cents, he won't even take and let you get away with that. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to the black store, you want these motherfuckers to just automatically give you the discount. Come on, my brother, give me the discount. Niggas are fucking garbage, bro. Garbage. You know, like I've actually talked to a couple people about purging these niggas. You know, just purging them. And I mean, I do it verbally. You know, sometimes physically. I purge these motherfuckers out because, you know, you never want them to get too close to you, because when they find out that you got something going on, I mean, and that's like, I mean, I'm talking about various cities. I'm talking about in Cleveland. I'm talking about in Cincinnati. I'm talking about in Columbus. I'm talking about in New Orleans. I purge these niggas. As a matter of fact, I got street niggas on the higher end to assist me with this shit. You know, I got motherfuckers who, you know, with a passion, like they do not like these broke ass niggas. You know, they stink. You know, they live off of their fucking baby mamas. They live off of their girlfriends and shit. But like I say, I blame the girlfriends. But then the girlfriends, they come back and they look at all black men a certain type of way. And that's why I draw the fucking line. That's why I get pissed off at. You know? Because, like I say, you just want a nigga to beat it up. And he's the right nigga to beat it up for you. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to everything else, he lacks on. But then you want to blame all black men for lacking in the shit that he lacks on. And that's why you are fucking being pushed off to the side. You can have them niggas. You know? Like I've told a couple bitches that shit. Like, you know, you chose them. That's what you got. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, you know, these niggas ruin your body. You know? Have your pussy looking, you know, like some inside out type shit, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's like, hey Sam, you know, hey Jeray, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? They want to fuck with you now. You know what I'm saying? I knew a female who, you know, she had a sexy up. This was like when I was much younger, when I was like in my late teens, early 20s. You know, had a sexy up, looking real good. You know, but she wanted the fucking bum street nigga. Got pregnant by the nigga. The nigga ended up dying. And then, you know, now all of a sudden, like, she's strung out. She's on pills. She's looking bad. You know, weight, just gone and shit. Like, I mean, at least she's not obese. But, I mean, bitch look like a skeleton now. You know what I'm saying? You know, she looks like Geppetto. And then, you know, it's like, now she wants to holler at you. Now she wants to fucking settle down. You know, it's not fucking fair to productive men. Have those niggas. Have them. I don't advise any black man who is productive, who, you know, potentially has his shit together, to fuck around with these women. And that is the reason why, like, you know, I've had women tell me, like, oh, well, you know, you got to give her a chance. Or you got to give him a chance, you know. You got to give him a chance. Maybe he can change. You know, maybe he'll come around later on and understand that he fucked up in the future. But then, you know, you got to give her a chance as well. She made a mistake. Bruh. Ask her what type of man she was fucking with. Just ask her about her previous boyfriends. You know, ask her who she was fucking with. You know, these women, they base their relationships on the previous women that some of these guys have been fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to talk about that type of shit, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got, that I can love you better than she can. That's where that comes from. You know? Like, the whole scenario of a woman wanting to fuck with you because you are in a relationship now. That's what that scenario comes from. When you got a relationship going on, when you got a woman, that's when all of these women want to fuck with you. Because they're like, oh shit, he got an old lady now, he got a woman now. Let me see what I can get out there. Let me see what I'm missing out on, type shit. You know what I'm saying? A nigga's not gonna do no shit like that. A man is not gonna be like, well shit, you know, she gotta do. Let me see what I'm missing out on. We don't do that. You know, a nigga don't mind being a side piece and shit like that. But when it come down to a female, no, she's not gonna want to be the side piece. You know, she's coming in to break a relationship. Most of the time, 98.9% of the time, she wants to be the main bitch. Just tell me if I'm lying about that shit. You know? Man, my God, bro. I'm getting off track, man. I'm getting off track. I swear, bro. You know, these motherfuckers, I mean, and they come young and they come old, too. I mean, the fucking old winos out there begging for fucking cigarettes. You know, like, I've wanted to do some type of, like a ghetto Jeopardy show. And I think I will do it because, like, I had joked around with a buddy of mine, and I told him, like, you know, when one of these brum-ass niggas walk outside of their girlfriend's house or their mom or their grandmother's house, you know, and they see a motherfucker walking down the street, what's the first thing they ask him? Hey, man, say dog, say bro, you got a cigarette? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, they never have anything. You know, like, these are the type of niggas, like, when they don't have anything, you don't want them around because when they have something, they will not fucking call you. You know, you won't hear shit when they have something going on. But God forbid, bro, when you doing good, these niggas always under you. You know? And I understand a lot of women being tired, but look, you got a nigga fucked up. You know, you're choosing the wrong type of niggas. Those are the motherfuckers. And there's always been a war between educated black men and, you know, the so-called street niggas. It's always been a war. You know what I'm saying? The war is deeper than, you know, just the upright black women, independent black women, and the ratchet black women. I mean, at the end of the day, these two fucking types of females go hand in hand. In a lot of ways, they go hand in hand. And, man, maybe I'll do a video on that, too. But when it comes down to the broke niggas, when it comes down to the niggas who ain't taking care of their kids, when it comes down to the motherfucking niggas who are just highly uneducated, who, you know, live off, they're parasites at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, what did this nigga give to you, you know what I'm saying, to get the pussy? What did he do? Nothing. Nothing at all. Just a little fucking sweet nothings in your ear, you know, and then all of a sudden it was just hard dick, and that was it. But now all of a sudden it's with me, it's like, gotta have the hard dick, gotta have the degree, gotta have the car, gotta have the house, you know. Bruh, a nigga don't have time for that shit, bruh. You know, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I see a lot of, you know, productive black couples that are out there, you know, older black couples that are out there. And, you know, I ask a lot of questions about that, you know. You got the black man who has had his previous relationships and he decided to settle down. And then you got the black woman who had her previous relationships, a couple kids out the deal, and then she's decided to settle down. So now they got the Brady Bunch shit going on. You know, but, I mean, the more we get into the modern society, I mean, when we get into a glimpse of even our present time or the future of modern society, what we see is a lot of young divorces. Which I did a video on that as well. You know, and I mean, the divorces always come about because of the lack of the money that is placed inside of the household. You know, you got the woman who's making more money and the man who still wants to control, where the woman's starting to feel herself. At first she thought, yeah, you know what, I need me a rough man, you know, I need me a rough neck to come and beat it up, tell me to sit down, and, oh, I'm going to sit down and shut up. And then, you know, she gets tired of that. She's like, you know what, you know, and just dick ain't nothing. I need a motherfucker who could pay some of these fucking bills and shit, you know, and he can't light a candle to, you know, her finances. So next thing you know, here's where the arguments start, and potentially we have a broken relationship. So, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video now because I don't want to make my videos too long. But I'm just tired of these bottom feeding ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So this will be part one. You know, And I think I'm gonna do part 2 with my homeboy, man, because when we start talking about a lot of this shit, it's funny. It's very very funny because we make a lot of jokes about niggas, and when I'm by myself, I seem to get mad about it. Seem to get really really upset, but out and about, I am a little more humorous with it. So I'll probably have him on here, and we'll talk about it a little more in depth later on. So you guys be cool. Stay safe. Stay motherfucking warm, too. You heard me? Stay warm. It's fucking freezing out there. Shit. Sam, peace.